Kevin Witt,
Here.
Alderman Green,
Here.
Alderwoman Ray.
Here.
Everyone is here. Yeah, Alderman Kleiner. Sorry,
Here.
Alderman Kleiner. Okay. We have two new business for the Public Works traffic violation. And the first of the agenda is a request for handicap parking on 84 Linden Avenue. Commissioner, do you care to comment on that, please? I know we had a conversation as far as requesting for the handicap parking. There was no issue.
There's no issue with that, right?
Yes, correct. That's what we
Okay.
resolved.
What number is that on
184
184.
Linden Avenue.
They don't have their driveway, right? Their own driveway?
No, they don't.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, that's fine.
so there should be no issue.
Yeah,
All right?
okay.
Any discussion from the committee?
Sounds awesome.
Alderman Kleiner.
Yeah, did they have a handicap permit?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. Moving on to the second agenda is 2-hour parking on Highland Avenue. You care to comment on that?
Yes, that's between Hanford and, on Highland Avenue, between Hanford and West Main Street. There's a 2-hour parking restriction in our code. And we believe that was done because they used to have doctors' offices over there. And they wanted to restrict parking. So, our recommendation is to remove, I think Alderman Johnson or some Alderman Ray, they had some complaints about the 2-hour parking sign in there. So we're recommending that you take away the 2-hour restriction and just open the eastern side for parking like the rest of the street, rest of Highland.
Okay. How many in total we referring
The
to?
whole side.
What's that?
Well,
Right, it's
the
the whole side of
resident
the
at
street,
number 12 contacted me, and he was speaking on behalf of resident number 10. And they just said, well, if there's 2-hour parking, I can't park in front of my house for more than 2 hours. So I think they'll be very pleased with the outcome.
It's that one little stretch
Yep.
right behind Star Collision. It's nothing,
Yeah, from Hanford to West Main.
just houses.
So
What
we're referring
happened
to
was,
one
it
or
was
two
a
signs?
pre-existing regulation, and then when they put the signs up to replace the signs, that's when the resident went out, so where'd the 2 hours come from? And they said, well, it's always been 2 hours, we just didn't have the
From
signs.
Hanford to West Main.
Hanford to West Main.
Here behind Star Collision.
Yeah, when you said that, okay, I was trying to think Hanford.
Any comment from the committee?
All good.
Okay, should be it. Thank you, Commissioner.
So if you're good with it, I think you may have, Rick may have a resolution ready for it,
Yep.
if you
Okay.
want it.
All right.
Thank you, Jacob.
Oh, Kleiner?
Alderman.
Yes, go ahead, Alderman.
On a separate issue, we've been asked at our constituents meeting a couple times, there is between Highland, between West Main and Wickham, where Franklin Street comes up the hill, it's a straight T, and that's a yield sign. I haven't looked in the code to see if it's a yield in the code, but there's no reason whatsoever for it not to be a stop sign. It's not an angle, you can't see either direction, so I want to just put that out there.
We could change it?
Commissioner,
You okay
you care to
with
comment on that?
Reminiscent of a previous yield conversation.
Where Franklin Street comes up the hill into Highland.
Franklin and Highland.
To Highland, it's got a yield sign, and people have asked, why is that a yield, why is it not a stop sign?
Yeah, something I would think of, because it's, like you said, it's a steep hill coming up. Sometimes you may not want people to stop just for the sake of stopping, if they have the momentum, especially in a snow event or something like that. This is what usually I think of. I'm not talking about this particular reason, but particular location, but usually this is what you keep in mind. You want to keep the momentum going, and if there's some ice or snow or...
I don't think you want to keep momentum going out onto Highland Avenue. It'd be
clear.
very dangerous to do that.
No, if it's clear, why wouldn't you? That's why a yield sign.
People park up against the curb
Yeah.
I don't think Jacob's saying it's right, I think he's saying that's why.
You can, yeah, totally
Yeah,
get
I'm
it,
not-
I totally
I'm
get
not-
it.
Yeah, so
talking about
if you would take a look at that for us to
No,
consider.
that's fine. If you guys want to
Linden-
change it, we'll
Linden
change it
and-
now. I mean,
Yeah, why not just
Highland.
Yeah, we can change it now. I'm just talking in
Franklin,
general because I don't know, he said, I don't know why. Usually, when we have an.
You said Franklin and Highland, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
You have Franklin and what?
There's a yield at Franklin and Linden. I'm checking right now.
Franklin comes right up to Highland Avenue, up the hill.
Unless I'm missing it, there's not supposed to be a yield sign there either. Unless it's,
The yield's on the bottom where that bend is from Linden.
Yeah, that's fine, you can see coming down, but coming up to Highland, it's a yield and not a stop. And
Maybe
we've
you
had
guys reversed it.
complaints about that in the meeting.
If you want to change it, by all means, but that's the reason why when you got to think about it. If people are parked illegally, maybe we should say no parking here to corner, to push the cars back so that we can have wider, longer line of sight. Maybe that's the answer rather than, but if you want to study it a little bit longer, we can take a look at it in more details. If you want to pass it tonight, by all means, and we'll change it tomorrow, whatever you guys want to do.
Okay, if you want to look at it, that's fine.
Should we get the police chief involved, just to see what he have to say?
It's up to you guys.
Why don't
Yeah,
we
we
do that
can ask.
instead,
We can ask.
before we move forward? It's
Just add it in
the chief.
committee then. Just put it in
Right.
committee.
Okay.
Well, just one other comment on that concept of the snow. When I lived in Ithaca, which was a lot of hills, I think the driver eventually realizes, I better not go up that hill because I have to stop. I may
Yeah,
not be
that'd
able
be an
to
issue,
start
yeah.
again.
Not my way around.
So they can also see the driver driving defensively, saying, I better skip that if the roads are bad. But either way, it's just a thought. I certainly paid attention to it.
Right, just thinking Cortland.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking Cortland.
Good?
Okay, it's 7:23, motion to adjourn the Public Works Committee.
Second.
Second. Alderman Green. Thank you, Commissioner.